Now it just got weird.
No, because I like the little opening intros are always like, you know, improv. Airsoft, Table Talk, Cast 4, Clash of the Titans. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's awesome to have you guys here from the Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas City crowd. Y'all know me, Josh Fuerst, Fuerst Fire Industries. Let's go around and introduce ourselves.
Let's go first. Robert Wrisinger, aka Kilroy, MakoTV, and the Mac.
Greg Anderson, just Anderson. Stockyard Airsoft, and I guess I'm the CO for cost. That's pretty much all I do.
That's all you do, just airsoft.
My name is John Pilkington. Most people know me as the JP, and airsoft player and one of the founder owners of American Milsim.
Nice. So it was just JP. How did it get to JP?
Well, there was someone else that also had JP too. So when I was on some forum, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this real quick.
Which JP?
The JP. You got trademark.
Yeah.
Awesome. So one of the first topics tonight, I wanted to pose the question about Milsim and that level of airsoft. What is holding the game back from going to the next level? What's holding it back?
Why don't you take that one first, Bobby?
I see a lot of clicking up. You know, you've got your gear guys and things like that. Until, at least to me, we all come together as a big group of just dudes that were literally playing freeze tag with BBs. I shot you, you stay there until a medic comes to you, tags you back in, and then you can play again. So I mean, until we could come together and realize that, you know, it's
serious, man. It's serious business.
Right. We're men playing boys with guns.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess you could sum that up in the player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I always say,
That's
you
about
know,
what I was gonna say.
you can be serious in the game. You put on your game face, your persona, your character, whatever, but don't take yourself too seriously.
Right.
It's kind of like how I've always kind of viewed
humility, in my book.
Oh no, totally.
Don't take yourself too seriously, or you become that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
That nobody likes.
No, but he doesn't take himself seriously at all. He's at the other side of the spectrum.
Absolutely.
So I mean, coming from a guy who runs a prominent field there in the Midwest, that's the big guy.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, I hate to say this because you kind of sound like a jerk, but at the end of the day, you know, looking at our customer base, you have these guys that want to be the special forces, the badasses and stuff like this, and they want the high caliber events. They want to have all this awesome stuff. They want to like live the experience, but they don't want to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
So you have these guys that, you know, hey man, I want to be completely immersed in this experience. I want to run a 24-hour nonstop game. But what happens?
Everybody washes out.
Yeah. I mean, no, they got these guys, you know, what, 5% can read a map, maybe 3% can land nav, 1% has like the physical ability to like ruck his gear a half mile to LP, you know, sit there for 3 hours, then maybe go grab an objective and then huck it back. So it's, you know, you get that, and then they get pissed off. It's like,
like where's my vehicle? Where's my deuce?
Where's the action? And you know, and so it's kind of, you know, what we try to do is we try to tear it off to where people that have kind of like their all their stuff in order, kind of like you guys, we can kind of crank it up. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We can kind of crank it up and give you guys that little. So we try to tear it out to like just the trigger pullers. Go strong point in the city. Let's go take this crossroads. Let's go charge this. The kind of middle guys will give them a little bit more something a little more difficult to do, and then, you know, the guys that we know that have their shit wire tight, you know, hey, guess what? You want a 24-hour experience? Go do it. Set up camp. You
know, to sound like abacus, you know, I think they call it east wind.
Yeah.
No, I can definitely see that. Everybody wants. They want to be high speed. They want to be the operator, but they don't, like you said, they don't want to work.
Yeah, they either don't have the gear, they don't have the physical prowess or ability to do it, or they don't have the skill, but they all think they do.
Yeah.
And you know, and you can't go, hey man, you're an idiot.
and I see it time and time again because, you know, it's like, oh, like you said, I want a 24-hour event. You know, I don't want, you know, anybody breathing down my neck. And I mean, dare I say, it's one of the complaints because I've talked to, you know, industry professionals, I've talked to players, you know, Sovereign Fury. It sucked. We had one mission. They didn't tell us what to do.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on anything about Sovereign Fury.
Just from what I heard is nobody was making their own fun. They expected the missions to all just be lined out and go for it.
That's true.
There may have been other things, but from a player aspect, you know, the guys who did have fun made their own fun.
Yeah, and you have to do that. I mean, we have the same problem with our events. I mean, you know, there's hiccups and stuff, and you can sit there and you can bitch and moan, or you can say, you know what, let's, you know, clear with your commander, but let's go do this.
There's rockets on these buildings. Let's go get those.
Boom.
So I think you can tie, you know, the spun up guys with the cliques and everyone getting together, because I see it time and time again is, okay, so this is airsoft. This is, you know, some of my friends call pew-pews. You've got the guys who have the skills, toys, and kit. So the guys with the toys, you know, spend a lot of money in vehicles and, you know, support, being artillery and logistic support, stuff like that. And the squared away guys come in, take us here.
Yeah.
You're not on my team. Go piss off.
Yeah.
You know, but they're like, but we're special forces. You know, you're just supposed to take the helicopter and drop us off. And it's like, yeah, they get paid to in the military. You have to be nice to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that a lot. Just not even on like a game or admin level from, you know, player to player interaction. Right. But, you know, if everybody's cool and stuff, it's like, God, our feet are hurting. We got this, you know, mission we got to run. It's like, oh, jump on, come on, you know? And, you know, that's where I think it can all come together. That's from a player aspect. What about the game? Is there a perfect game already in place and no one's taking advantage of it?
I mean, if there is, I don't know about it. Go ahead and fill me in if you do. A big problem I see is, in Greg pointed this out to us, is, yeah.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, this
quiet
guy.
Seat?
Yes, the guy in the quiet seat.
He's actually a pretty smart guy, but we've tried to put a framework in, and this helps us a lot, not have to like run around like chickens, to put a framework in of leadership, and we're trying to like build a community with strong command, NCOs and stuff like that, and I think it's slowly, at least in our area, bridging the gap from like your airsoft players to your milsimmers.
Right.
And that's a problem is you have, you know, like a perfect event would be, I mean, you know, like an invite-only game with people that can all read maps, and you know, everyone has a squad leader that's not an idiot. They know, they have a compass. You know, they can, and you got to build that, or at least what we found so far is you've got to build that community. It's just not there. It's not large enough numbers. I mean, we could do like an American Maelstrom Extreme game. It'd be like 75 people.
Sim rounds.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, you know, I think you got to build up that community, and it's, you know, with the kids that play Xbox and the Call of Duty and stuff, you know, hey, my sprint, but where's my sprint button?
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I think it's just you're building up this new community. We kind of like the guys that I grew up with playing. They're all kind of getting out of it. So it's like the changing of the guards, and not a whole lot of them are around to kind of discipline or kind of show the younger kids.
Mold the new ones.
Right. So.
Well, it's not even like the changing. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
You're going to talk, so like this is golden. Let's go.
I don't mind talking. I'll talk all night. I just don't like
You will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
3 hours later. No, a big thing in my opinion is that you've got to understand so many milsimmers. You've got to understand the event you're going to before you leave, because there's such a huge variety of milsim. There's East Wind down to, you know, we're going to call it milsim because that's what the player wants, but it's really not.
You see,
We're going to rebrand our game.
I would call East Wind reenactment almost.
Yeah.
You know,
Could you keep it down? I mean, thanks.
I wouldn't even call what American Milsim does is Milsim. I'd call it more Milsim Light, because it's kind of catered to, you kind of got to, yeah, you know what I mean?
You're not kicking everybody out. You're trying to, you know, cast the net wide.
Correct. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, Greg. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. So that's the first thing. I mean, so many players get to an event and they just say, "Oh, it's supposed to be milsim," and they have their own definitions of milsim. And I know, like today, you know, very high speed, a lot of missions coming, but I didn't have a commander who I could go to. So for me, today wasn't milsim. But for several of the other guys there, that was exactly milsim to them, and they had a great time, and I had a great time. I loved the day. It was above my expectations. It was a lot of fun, but in my personal opinion, that wasn't milsim to me.
You don't have salute reports. You're not reporting to somebody. You don't have that talk or the COC or anything like that. It's an FTX is kind of how I view today as it's just a field training exercise, force on force.
Right.
And it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And some people, I've heard from several people that in their mind that's Milsim. So I think that's the first thing you've got to realize is different people have different expectations of what Milsim is.
I've done videos on it.
Yeah, I mean, Milsim is this broad, encompassing term that really covers so many different things.
There's no
And everyone's right.
right.
It's like religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Taboo, taboo, taboo.
Taboo. Yeah, no.
Yeah. And I know for me, one thing that I really feel is lacking in our Milsim community is leadership.
Absolutely.
On the kind of CO level.
But here, I don't know if it's anywhere else. It's not even a new guard, old guard community. It's just the changeover rate in airsoft and Milsim it's staggering.